Welcome to Greg Mortis's Slash from the Stash. This is my weekly movie review. This is I guess my third one now. And I'm very excited to be coming to you this episode. What I'm going to be reviewing, and I just had a Blu-ray DVD update come out for June 1st and mentioned this. But what I'm going to review today is going to be none other than Sleepaway Camp. Of course, this is the very classic, man. Who doesn't remember the original Sleepaway Camp? And the reason I'm reviewing this movie, I'm not going to go so in-depth with the story because this movie's been reviewed to death. But really what I really want to talk about, and I'm going to keep looking sort of to the side too with notes and everything, so bear with me. But really what I want to look at is the Screen Factory release of this Blu-ray and DVD combo. I want to talk a lot about the transfer from VHS to DVD and now Blu-ray quality and the bonus features that's on this film. But I will give you a little bit of insight on what I know about Sleepaway Camp. But the movie was directed by Robert Hiltzik, and it does star Felissa Rose, John Tiersten, and Kim Fields, a lot of different cast members in that. But the main reason, like I said, I want to talk about this one is this release. Now, I showed you on the Blu-ray DVD update how it's got the slip cover. Now, you can, on most of Screen Factory's releases, you can get, and it does have on the reverse side of this cover that I've got showing on the DVD itself, the Blu-ray, you can have this cover on here as well. I mean, it's your preference. I flipped it to have the original cover art since I've got the commissioned cover art here. I mean, that's just something I do. You don't have to do it by any means, but I just think it's a great option that Screen Factory gives you. And also the back there, and you see the young Angela, played by Felissa Rose. And what an iconic, movie this is. So iconic. But let's break it down a little bit. I mean, the plot, I'll just read the plot directly off the back of the Blu-ray box. It says, after a terrible boating accident killed her family, shy Angela Baker, played by Felissa Rose, of course, returned to Sleepaway Camp, and the original Sleepaway Camp, went to live with her eccentric Aunt Martha and her cousin Ricky. And it says, this summer, Martha decides to send them both to Camp Arawak, a place to enjoy the great outdoors. Shortly after their arrival, a series of bizarre and violent accidents begin to claim the lives of various campers. Has a dark secret returned from the camp's past, or will an unspeakable horror end the summer season for all? And from its grisly makeup effects to the truly shocking and unforgettable climax, Sleepaway Camp is no ordinary slasher film. It is a cult classic, and I cannot doubt that one bit or even say no to that. It is absolutely the truth. Sleepaway Camp is a film that when it first released, I remember watching it on VHS, rented it at a local video store. When I watched it the first time, the movie is what it is. It's a campy horror film, much like Friday the 13th or The Burning, just kind of a different story plot. But what made this movie just so iconic to me is the ending, the climax, the finale of this film that has shocked the world many times over. I know new people that have never watched it go to watch this. They have the same expression on their face when they get to the end of this film that everyone else has had that's seen this movie. It's that ah moment, that ah shit movie moment. And God, it's just amazing. I, of course, will never tell you what it is. I want you to watch it. But basically, Angela, she is survived this boating accident where her father was killed and that. And she has moved in with her Aunt Martha and her cousin Ricky. Ricky played by John Tiersten. And I think the cast is pretty good in this one. Much like all the 80 horror films, the acting is not necessarily, the best in the world. It's not stellar by any means. But you didn't watch horror movies in the 80s for that. You didn't go around and look for Oscar-nominated talent. You wanted kills. You wanted story plot that was creepy. You wanted a villain. You wanted a dun-dun-dun-dun moment. And that's what you get with Sleepaway Camp. The acting there again is par to above average in this whole movie. And Angela now, Felissa Rose, is of course the star of this film, and she does such a tremendous job in this. And I mean, she only speaks toward the middle to the end of this movie, and it's still very limited to what she says. Everything she does is with her eyes, and she's able to speak through them eyes to the audience, man. It was just amazing. As a young actress, she was 13 when they started filming this, and she done such a great job. And even Ricky, I think they were on the bonus features, but I think Ricky was like 17, or John Tiersten was like 17 at the time, and all the actors. And Robert mentions in the documentary that all the horror movies back in the day, you had 20-plus-year-old people playing teenagers. He wanted true teenagers playing teenagers in the movie, and that's what he did, and it works. I mean, it's just one of them campy, fun, good films that murders start taking place, and you've got some really unique kill scenes. I'll say one, big vat full of hot water that they were cooking hot dogs in, melting somebody, and then on with that. I mean, a lot of good kills, but you're never seeing the killer. You're only seeing like through the eyes, and you're seeing the hands of the killer. So it's one of them whodunit. You don't know who the killer is in this movie. You kind of think, and then other things happen. So it's a kind of a good surprise for the people that watch it for the very first time when you find out who the actual killer is, I think. And then again, maybe it's not, but it's just a really enjoyable film. I thought the makeup effects are really effective for the 1980s. The story is simple. It's just, kids at a camp, and then murders and shock ending. Nothing spectacular about the script, but it worked. Acting there again was pretty good. But what I wanted to talk about mainly was the Scream Factory release of this film. And I was blown away with how beautiful, absolutely beautiful, this movie looks now. I've seen it on VHS back in the day. I've seen it on DVD. I own it on DVD, and it looks fine. But I'm telling you how crisp it is now. I was watching it actually last night, and I mean, it is so bright and colorful and just crisp and pristine. Definitely one of the best Scream Factory transferred releases they've put out thus far. I mean, it is gorgeous to look at. And other than the age of the outfits and the clothing and the school buses and everything, other than that, I mean, this looks like something that's put out today. It's that crystal clear. So very impressed with that. I haven't got to listen to the 5.1, so I'm not real sure about the full audio part of it, but I do know the visual part of it's amazing. And the other thing I want to talk about was the special features. Justin Beam, one of my good friends, and I love Justin Beam, and he knows that. What's up, JB? And Justin, worked with Scream Factory on this, and he's done The Town That Dreaded Sundown. He done the Halloween 4 and 5. He's done a lot of the commentaries, several commentaries for Scream Factory, and this one is so stellar. Bag of bones. Oh, come on, it just slipped my mind. It's the John Carpenter one, Body Bags. He did that one as well. But anyways, back to this one. He done a tremendous job with spearheading and getting all the talent together with the interviews. It is called the new commentary, and I'm trying to remember what it was called. It's something about going back to camp or something. It doesn't say on the back of this, unfortunately, what they actually called it. But I'm telling you, it's a documentary that lasted, I don't know, I didn't time it, but I know it was over 30 minutes. And with Felissa Rose and John and Robert and a lot of the cast members and makers of this film. And it was so insightful, and learned some things that I had not known. Of course, with some crushes that went on, some behind the scenes with Felissa Rose and Ricky, John Tiersten and different things. So really funny. Felissa was hilarious during the whole documentary. She's her usual self, just bubbly, giggly, and happy-go-lucky, and I love that about her. But also, there's a music video by John Tiersten on here, and there's some other little features on here that are really well. I haven't got a chance to watch. They've got a documentary on here. It's called The New 2K Scan. of the original camera negative, and they show you how they did that. I've got to watch that, so I'm not for sure. But as far as the bonus features, they're really well done. Reverend Entertainment, Justin Bean there, knocked it out of the park. But I highly recommend buying Sleepaway Camp. Get this version. I mean, definitely you can own it on DVD, VHS, whatever you want, that's fine. But if you have a Blu-ray player, definitely add this to your collection. I mean, this movie, as I've said before, I don't do a 1 to 10 rating on my video reviews. I only give a thumbs up for purchase. Side is a rental, down is a trash it. This one gets the Greg and Mortis seal of approval, double thumbs up. Man, it's a must own, especially for us fans that love our 80s horror but wants it to look crystal clear. This is it right here. I mean, just a prime example of how well it can be transferred. So definitely get your hands on it. Like I said, the kill scenes and just that ending alone of Sleepaway Camp, every time I watch it is, damn, got me again. Love it. I love this artwork on it, man. It's tremendous. Great job with the artwork. Scream Factory has knocked it out of the park again. But definitely check this movie out. The cast members really in this movie, I mean, you've got them fighting throughout the actual scenes in the movie. There's action, there's suspense, there's murder. Everything you want in a movie, Sleepaway Camp has it, and you get it in a crystal, pristine color transfer on this DVD Blu-ray combo. And I'll go ahead and show you too, because as I'm doing this, when you open it up, of course, you get the Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and it's got the original artwork on there as well. And what I was showing you or telling you earlier, now with all of Scream, pretty much all of Scream Factory's releases, you can also have it as the commissioned artwork as well, and just flip it over. But like I said, I like to sometimes go ahead and have the original, and then I use the slip cover case to have the commissioned artwork. So that's what I did with that. Don't do it with all of them, but I did with this one in particular. But this is my weekly movie review. I know I didn't review a lot about the movie, but I mean, it's been done before, not a lot I can add. I just wanted to mainly review it for the fact of Scream Factory and for the release that they did, and a tremendous job. It's none other than Sleepaway Camp, starring Felissa Rose, John Tierston, directed by once again by Robert Hiltzik. Highly recommend it. Pick it up. Double thumbs up. Must own it. So be sure to thumbs up this episode. Like it. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think of it and what else you want me to review. You can send me an email at gregandmortis666@gmail.com, or you can private message me for anything you need. And also check us out at landofthecreeps.blogspot.com. If you're not listening to our horror podcast, or we review movies on a bi-weekly schedule, check us out. I think we're up to 76th episode, 77, something. I'm not sure now. But definitely check us out. So stay tuned for that. But with that, this is Greg and Mortis signing out for my Slash from the Stash episode. Sleepaway Camp. Get it, get it, get it. Must have it. And I will be seeing you guys this time next week. Help keep horror alive, and that's one movie review at a time. Signing out.